For my dinner. So we're going to start with the kale salad, the second recipe. Now kale is wonderful. It's a vegetable, it's green, it's dark color, it's definitely good for you. It's a member of the Brassica family. It is filled with nutrients. It's a wonderful vegetable to eat. If you've not eaten kale before, it does have a strong flavor and it is chewy. So if you try to eat it in this form right here, it can be a little chewy and maybe would put you off some. But what we're going to do to it is we're going to wilt it. We're going to put some dressing on it, we're going to squeeze it and wilt it, and it tastes marvelous. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to get the kale off the stems, because these stems are not a part that you want to eat. They don't taste very well. You can juice them, but as far as putting them in a salad, no. The easiest way to get the kale pieces off the stem, you can lay them down and you can cut it off with a knife, or you can just grab the end of it and because that's not the way it's supposed to work. Just slide your hand and the kale just comes right off. And then you have the stem left over. The smaller the stem, the harder it is to do. The bigger the stem, the easier they come off. See that? So you have a bowl of kale. The easiest way, this is just going to be for a demo, you would put this, well, does everybody have a salad spinner and know how these work? They're wonderful little creations. You take your, I'm going to show you how to cut this up. To make it so it's little, you could put this through a food processor, or you just take you just wad this up. It's just a big wad. Take a sharp knife and just do little bitty cuts, like this, little bitty cuts. And that's, you have your cut up kale for your salad. And you just do that over and over again. We're not going to cut up all of it. We have plenty of kale here, but I'm going to show you how the salad spinner works. It breaks a little bit. And you just pull it. That's it. Easy. And then there's more water that's come out and your salad stuff is dry. I already have a very large bowl of kale. And you think, well, this is way too much salad. It is going to reduce down quite a bit. We're going to mix together. I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil in this container, and we need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. When you're going to juice a lemon, and you know you're going to use it the next day, and you're planning ahead, set the lemon out on the counter overnight so it's warm, because you're going to get more juice out of a warm lemon than you do a cold lemon. If it's cold, or even if it is warm, wind it around on your counter like this, and it breaks up the inside just a little bit so more juice will come out. You can either just squeeze the lemon, or if you have I have a little juicer here. This works wonderful. Does it all for you. You get more juice out of your lemon if you have some type of auger like this that you can juice them on. And we're calling for 2 tablespoons, did it say? One. Pretty close. This is a pretty big lemon. I usually get the little tiny lemons, and I usually figure 2 to 2.5 tablespoons per little lemon. So we've got almost 2 tablespoons out of half of a big lemon. It's hard. Some recipes will say juice of 1 lemon. How much juice is that? You never know if they're talking about a big lemon or a little lemon. It's much better when they give you the actual recipe. Chili powder. Well, this is what they gave me for chili powder. I don't know how much is in there. So we're just going to dump the whole thing right in. Not now. Because the chili powder gives it a really good flavor. This is Celtic salt, and it's coarse grain. Can you all see the grain on that? How coarse it is? You can get Celtic salt in fine grain as well as coarse, but you want to get the coarse because the fine grain has been heated to almost 200 degrees in the process of refining it to the little, it says just an inch. Okay.
Sure, you got to talk loud.
We're going to mix this up. Okay. And that's it. That's our dressing for our salad. This is the fun part. We have our bowl of kale, and we're just going to pour this all over the kale. And we're just going to do this. The secret of this salad is the scrunching of the kale. When I say wilted salad, this is what makes it wilt. We actually squeeze and massage that not very much dressing into the kale leaves. Can you see it getting smaller already? How it's reducing down. There's not as much. See how much smaller the volume is in this bowl? Take some of your kale. And you want to add some color, a lot of color. It's got the orange, the reds, the yellow, so we're going to put a little bit of red in. This is just chopped sweet pepper. A little yellow. A little orange. These are scallions that I cut up into little chunks. You can make a little thing of scallions in the middle. And this time of the year, onions and scallions are very strong. It seems like you buy an onion, you cut it up, and it's like, whoa, let me out of the kitchen. So a good substitute is a shallot. They're like, I use them in place of red onions this time of the year because they have the same good flavor, but they're not as strong. So you can take, see the color of them? They're kind of red, but they're not really red. They have a little color, they're not totally white. We're just going to put a little in here. But these are much milder smelling than the green scallions that I chopped and just put on here. So this is a really nice salad. Got all your colors. If you want, you can add a few tomatoes. A little bit more red. People expect tomatoes in salad.